I didn't think I would have to do a response video or a follow-up video to my own commentary, but after seeing some of the comments that I saw in my post about Cardi B and her admitting to drugging and robbing men that she slept with was very disturbing. Now, it is amazing to me how you have a lot of women, and we're going to use black women in this case because they were the ones mainly that I saw throwing that cape on for her, will say how drugging someone is wrong, stealing is wrong, be moral and all this, that, and the third. And if someone does something like that, they deserve to go to jail. I mean, look at what they're saying about what they said about Bill Cosby, what they said about Nate Parker, even though he was found not guilty, what they said now about R. Kelly again, and what even some of them are eating up about Michael Jackson, even though the man's been dead for almost 10 years. All this, that, and the third, and they throw on the cape for Cardi B. Let me remind y'all that Cardi B was also the same one who said black women, or dark-skinned women in particular, look like roaches or something to that effect. It was something that had to deal with roaches, and y'all still find a way to climb up her vag with your cape intact and flapping out the back to defend what she said right here. Y'all have a lot of nerve to sit up there and defend what she said because you're a fan of her music, if you want to call that music, and then get mad and upset when the shoe was on the other foot. This is what I'm talking about with the double standard. You know what? I'm not even surprised, because going into making that commentary, I was expecting those kinds of responses. I just didn't expect them to happen into my comment section. But then again, my comment section brings a lot of trolls anyway. But the people who were leaving these comments were definitely not trolls, and pretty much all of them were from seemingly black women, those who are part of what I call the flightless fleet. Like, I had some of them excusing it because they said, well, she was a prostitute, they know what they walked into, so they were both wrong. That's almost the equivalent of what Donald Trump said back in 2017 during Charlottesville, when he said there was good on both sides, when that whole thing happened in Virginia, and we was looking at him like, what? Then he kind of made the same kind of statement recently with what happened in New Zealand. Basically, he's trying to straddle the fence without pissing anybody off, because he has a base to protect. So that was almost the equivalent of that. So when I saw that particular comment, I was like, okay. Then I saw people backing that particular comment up and saying, one even managed to throw Michael Jackson in there somewhere and whatnot. It's fine if you want to be a fan of this woman, but you got to still call out bullshit when you see bullshit. And when she said that, she admitted out of her own mouth that she used sex to drug and rob men. It doesn't matter the fact that she was a prostitute. It's the fact that she did what she did. What if she put some drugs in there that could have killed these men? Y'all would have probably been finding a way to defend the fact that she murdered somebody. But then get upset if a man does it, and you should be, because if a man did something like this, you should be mad. But don't be upset just at the man doing it. Be upset when a woman does it as well. This is that double standard talk right here. There's a phrase that goes around a certain sector of YouTube called the sisterhood of failure, and those who are backing this up are definitely a part of that club labeled the sisterhood of failure. Like, who raised you? But then going to get mad and upset with the whole thing with R. Kelly and things like that. First off, if you are around my age or older, and you're just now getting upset with the R. Kelly thing, and you knew what R. Kelly was all about back in the 90s, then I question you even more. But then again, who was buying up most of his music even after all of that stuff came out? I don't have to say it. Y'all already know. But it's just utterly ridiculous. But I'm not shocked, nor am I surprised. Like, y'all are actually backing what this chick said, but got upset when when this Surviving R. Kelly documentary came out, or some of you watched that Leaving Neverland fraud, whatever, because I can't even call that thing a documentary. I don't know what that was. That was just crap. And some of you even ate that up. The whole Nate Parker situation, you ate that up. But Cardi B says this, and she said it on her video, and it has audio, and I played it for you clear as day. Oh, well, she is a prostitute. They both knew what they were getting into, so they were both wrong. Really? Usually when a person goes out to look for a prostitute, I don't hear many stories about them. They might be some out there. I'm not even gonna lie. It probably is some men out there who probably get drugged by these prostitutes and they probably end up robbing them. But the fact of the matter is, Cardi B was dumb enough to get on Instagram Live and tell thousands of her followers around the world that she actually did it. She didn't even bother taking this to her grave. I don't know if it was the emotions that was getting to her in the video that made her say it, but she had way more than a Freudian slip, because a Freudian slip would have implied that she would have caught herself before she was going any further. But she flat out said that she used sex to rob and drug men that she slept with, her Johns. Like that's crazy. That is like unreal that people actually are defending this, all because you like her. But y'all are the same ones that says I can separate the artist from their music, or the person from the artist. Meanwhile, y'all can't even do this with her. But I guess I mean, I have no other words. I really don't. But all I'm saying is this. If this was a guy who did this, we already know what the response would have been. We already know what it would have been. Y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.